welcome everyone to the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee. We are going to jump right on into our subject matter, and the subject matter for this session 2, lesson 1 is hate. So as we go into the subject, I just want you to know these are introductory. That's what I'm going to label it as, introductory scriptures, okay? Because we're going to use the Bible as our main manual, okay? It's an incredible book, you know, and it's one worthy of study. So we're going to start these introductory scriptures, okay, that are going to prepare you for next lessons, okay, for the next session lessons, okay. So we're going to go ahead and start with Proverbs 26, verses 24 through 26. You can have a Bible, you may not, but you may want to jot them down and study this stuff on your own time. We are on the subject of hate. Now, you know, we started with love, the beginning of the sessions, okay? And now we're kind of shifting to hate, okay? And we're not really done with love. That's just me introducing the subject matter, okay? So Proverbs 26, 24 through 26 says, "He that hateth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation." Okay, so this is dealing with a type of attitude, right? A kind of thinking when it comes to hate. This is what hate does. The Bible says it dissembles, it breaks things up, right? That's the thing, you know, and people we know use hate for that very reason. So we're going to shift on over to the Gill order, which is God is love, right? We talked about that in the first session, and we're going to Amos, the book of Amos 5, and that's in the Old Testament. Amos 5, verses 14 and 15, okay? "Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the God of hosts, shall be with you as you have spoken. Hate the evil and love the good." And it goes on to talk about something else, but I think it's just good enough to start there. Hate the evil and love the good. Now we're going to switch back to Proverbs 6, okay? And that's still in the Old Testament, Proverbs 6. And maybe we'll have a study session where I can give you a way that we learn the books of the Bible. It'll help you so you can comb through the book more swiftly, if that's your interest, okay? So Proverbs 6, 16 through 19. Again, you may want to write these down and study these later. "These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among the brethren." Again, dissembling in the end, right? 6 things they said he hates. The sages said he hates, but 7. You got all 7 of them. You just an abomination according to the Bible. Let's go to Leviticus 19. We're still talking about the Gill order, okay? God is love. Leviticus 19. Okay, and we're going to do verses 17 and 18. The Gill order. "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord." Okay. So we're dealing with close relationships, things that we consider bonds, right? Things that we really can't help who our brother and sister is, right? But you get them in an order according to the Bible. to love your brother in your heart. And then it says, and don't rebuke your neighbor. Don't try to correct your neighbor. They're doing hateful things. That's not your job. And I think many of us have had that experience where we didn't have the best neighbor, you know, and you may respond in a way to correct it. But again, that's not your position as a Bible believer, okay? I'm going to say as a Bible believer. Because God is the avenger, right? All right. Let's go to Proverbs 8 and 13. And we're going to close out on guild order for now. Because it's a lot of scriptures, believe it or not, about hate. But see, we're just trying to discover this thing called hate. Why do people say we shouldn't hate? Why shouldn't we hate? Do you even know what it means? Okay. 8 and 13 says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. We're talking about God, the Most High, the one up in heaven, that one everybody looking to. But we're being told we should not hate, that hate is wrong, that it's, then why does it exist? Right? Because I believe in polarities. There can be no love if there is no hate, because the two help you understand the other, right? And then it said, what got me, because we know the meaning of pride, arrogancy. Arrogancy is somebody who thinks, I know it all. They got all the answers. They know everything. No room for discovery. And the evil way. Well, we just talked about the 7 abominations. Okay? But then it says the forward mouth do I hate. I think a lot of us feel like somebody that's a contradiction or a hypocrite is a big problem for people. And that's somebody that says one thing and do another. A forward mouth. They're just a contradiction. Nothing never adds up. So how would heaven even know what to do with you? You know what I'm saying? So let's switch on over to the new order. And these are all coming this week from the New Testament. We're going to 1 John, and because we discovered 1 John in the other sessions, that's way in the back. You know what I'm saying? You got St. John. Okay, but then you have the Epistles of John. Now, with the Epistles of John, I believe, you know, Jesus was already gone. Okay, so he's a disciple, writing about other disciples, I believe. So we got 1 John 2, 9 through 11. We are speaking about hate. And we are speaking of the new order, the love of us. Remember that? L-O-U. He that said that he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness, even unto now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. But he that hateth his brother is in the darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness has blinded his eyes. What is that darkness? There go that hate right there. It's in that darkness, right? Now let's go to 1 John 3:15. Just flip right on to the next chapter. And we're going to First Epistle of John 3:15. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him. You know what this reminded me of? Cain and Abel. You know, and we're going to be dabbling with that too, okay? Because there's some mysteries behind that. But whosoever hated his brother is a murderer. I can identify with this description, because when you hate something, you think about how to get rid of it. It doesn't always have to be, you know, there's different ways to murder a person. You can break their heart. You know, people say their heart has been so broken, like it's unrepairable. They just feel like bang bang, that you just shot me dead. I don't even feel alive anymore. Because to me, that's what hate does. It steals your life, as it just so eloquently was put in the other scripture. And you don't have no life in you when you're full of this feeling. Okay? So let's go to chapter 4. It's the next one, and go to verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he has not seen? And everything is going back to that core scripture of those 7 abominations, and also to Proverbs 26, 24 through 26. For this session, I am asking you to take a moment. Take a moment, take some study time. Get your paper and pencil, get your Bible, get your highlighter, and begin to brainstorm this particular subject. This word, hate. It's all about defining it for yourself so you can live a more elevated life. What is hate to you? Write that word down in the center of some paper and just brainstorm the depth, what you think. Words. Just come up with words. And then out of those words, we're going to try to define what it is, which will be coming up in our next session. So there will be no board activity this week, and I'm going to leave it here. And I want to thank you so much for tuning into the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee for a spiritual perspective. I hope to see you for the next one. Until then, let truth be your happiness and your healing. Next time. Welcome to the Soul Station here with the Spearitual Bee for another one. This is your September monthly forecast. This is for the month of September. If it applies, don't deny, okay? If it fit, knit. If it doesn't fit, please acquit, okay? This is a collective forecast, okay? It's for the general public. So you have to let it fall in where it falls in, right? So your views awarded you a bronze level status forecast for the month of September. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. For those of you who took time to listen to it, hope you are prepared to become the student, okay? And really think about some things, you know, about life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe that message may integrate with your forecast. I don't know. If the message has nothing to do with your forecast, okay? It's just part of the transformation. Okay, so remember to support the station. Thumbs it up now if you haven't already, because I will remind you throughout this reading. External energies are lined up with Saturn in retrograde, okay? He's in the hearts and the cups. And externally, you have Venus in the sword of blades energy, okay? So this is like a revisitation, you know. Maybe you're thinking about how you deal with your relationships, whether they are in the family, whether they're at work, whether it's in business. You know what I'm saying? Because you want those connections to be healthy, you know, and maybe you are rethinking. Let's just say Saturn has you rethinking maybe your actions, maybe your approaches, or maybe their actions and their approaches. You know, this is the time when Saturn kind of forces you to review things and give you time to put your thoughts in action with your plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you be cutting things out? It's like kind of shafting, you know. So that's what you're doing for the month of September. You're either thinking about keeping it, changing it, transforming it, or letting it go, okay? It all depends on where your heart is in the situation, okay? This could also be dealing with other things such as whatever you're building, your crafts and whatnot, your career paths. But externally, you're still dealing with Venus. So Venus is very prevalent for you this month, which is a beautiful thing. But again, it's got you thinking about your creativities, your partnerships, partnerships that are healthy for you, partnerships where you share the same mind, partnerships where people can fulfill you. It's based on their character, based on their creative abilities, okay? Or this could be you focused on where you can apply yourself in those areas, okay? More than likely, when you are in the Venus energy, you are working from home, or you're doing domestic style work, okay? This even includes things like labors, you know, maybe you are a manager or something, you know, but it's very domestic, it's very family-like energy, very nurturing, okay? Again, staffing is coming out. 62 and the number 8 may be of great significance to you this month, okay? I don't know where to apply, but only you will if it pertains to you. We're going to go ahead and find out what your mood would be like for the month of September. Okay, for anchors, their source, what's going on internally and externally in the moon energies. You got Virgo. Virgo is very popular, like the Gemini card, so we should be very familiar with this one. So you're going to be focusing on your health, your exercise regimens and things like that. Maybe even thinking about who you can partner with in your exercise regimen, or maybe like who you want to follow online. Okay, so or maybe that is a field that you are interested in, that you may want to be a dietitian, a nutritionist. It doesn't have to necessarily just be, I don't know why I'm hearing phlebotomy, but I'm hearing that may be of significance to you. Maybe you're interested in plasma and blood, you know, healthy blood, especially now with all the diseases that we are impacted with. That may be something that you want to pursue in a career. That's internal energy, okay? That's what you're doing for yourself. Externally, it may be what you're doing for others. You're in your own energy, which may be a really good thing, you know, because you're strong in your own energy. And anchors, this is, you know yourself, it's all about the balance. And it is telling you to avoid things, avoid making serious decisions, and instead focus on creating harmony within your relationships. Didn't we just talk about that? That doesn't have to be explained. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this already. All right. We're going to try to get as much out of it as we can. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to find it. Okay. Let's see what's going on. So, for the month of September stores for our anchors. And thank you so much, faithful ones who continue to come to the station. We're still spirit by. Okay, again, we're just transforming. I really do appreciate you being faithful. Okay, we have the Page of Wands in your energy this month. We have the Death card in your energy this month. We have the Five of Cups in your energy this month. And we have the Hangman in your energy this month, okay? And underlining that is the Eight of Wands. And this is a lot of data, a lot of information, a lot of places to go. But this is also about resolutions, okay? Solving problems, getting things done. Whether it's personal business, whether it's family, friends, it doesn't matter. It's a lot. This could be pertaining to projects or things that you're doing, things that you're doing for yourself. Okay, this could be pertaining to details, okay? Flight details, here, some of you, okay? And I see that you're going to get some information that you really like, a bit of news that's really making you excited, probably from all this information you had to put in, you know what I'm saying? A lot of back and forth and stuff, trying to figure stuff out. That's coming out of a separation. This could be a work separation, this could be a relationship that's dear to you, maybe someone you haven't seen, maybe they've been sick. And I am hearing mental. That came up in another reading about mental health. It keeps coming up. Okay, but there's definitely been a separation, feeling outside of friendships, maybe even family, or a lover, because this to me also represents a lover, okay? So it's been a little problematic, okay? There's been something going on. There's been some division in the group for some Makes sense. That's why you are in this energy. You're lined up to reassess your relationships this month. Who's important to you? Who's not? Who benefits you? Who doesn't? You know, who you get along with, who you don't. What kind of relationship can we have with these issues? Because really, it's really about forgiveness in the Five of Cups. It's really about getting to a place where you can forgive and forget, or let go. You know, where it doesn't affect you no more. It is what it is. You accept it for what it is. But in the Five of Cups, you do assess yourself, and you do have support in whatever it is. You know, you got a couple of people on your side, whatever it is, when it comes to this information, news, or this lover. For some of you, you've been ill, you haven't been well. And like I said, some of you could be thinking about your relationship in terms of your work, your job, okay? Because there's been a stop to something temporarily. There's been you've been held back. You've been held back. You've been put to a halt. I don't know if you did it, you know, if it was self-imposed, or if it was imposed upon you, or maybe, like I said, it was just life. It was just life. You know, life happened. You know, issues surrounding health and exercise. You know what I'm saying? It's life. You know, may have been under a lot of emotional stress here, or someone that you care about, someone that you love. I'm also saying that a lot of this came out of, you know, trying to protection and defense. Now, I don't know if she's speaking about this health-wise, or if it's in your physical arena. Personal protection, you know, defense. Somebody's thinking about putting up a fence, though. I think you feel like you need it for some reason. You want to separate your property. You want to put up the boundaries. You want people to be sure that they know this is my part, this is your part. Because some people tend to not really care much for their lawn. I see that, you know. I see that. You don't. That's part of their relationship. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's part of that. You can't help who your neighbor is kind of stuff, right? I don't know if you have HOA or not, but for others, I see that they may party a little too much for you. I'm also hearing a turn. So this may be a turn for the better. This is also about judgment. We are in Libra energy. So this is about making decisions based on facts, not fiction, okay? Based on what's been presented, what's been submitted, what's been offered, you know. But I feel like whatever it is bringing a little bit of change, a little bit of good news. It's bringing a little bit of change after all of this stagnation and being put to a halt, being separated, being ousted, even some of you pushed aside, okay? But I feel like somebody perceives something, and you or them, they perceive something in terms of a defense. It's like a hedge of protection as well. For some of you, I'm being told this could be like, esoterically, this is like a spiritual thing, like you being protected wherever you live, whatever property you're on, you know what I'm saying? You're protected. But it's kind of, it's like, it's kind of unseen. You may think you're doing it because you're putting up the fence and you're doing what it takes. But really, it's not. It's really ancestral. It's really spiritual. It's really the spirits, your angels. Something that you're not aware of protects you. You think it's the things that you do, but it's not. Okay? And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, so this month, I don't know when. It could be the 6th of the month, the 2nd of the month, the 8th of the month. I don't know. But a bit of good news comes in for you, and it makes you happy. It's like it changes things, a little bit of a turnaround here, okay? Again, it could be coming from a mate, someone, a mutual attraction. I said we both agree. I hear we both agree. And you're going to be in the hangman as well. This hangman is, you know, being enlightened, having all the information necessary to make moves when you need to, when you feel nudged to, or when you are assigned to do it, okay? Some of you, this could be pertaining to your job, returning to work, being back on post, knowing when to return, okay? Because you've been put to a halt for some reason, maybe for health issues, maybe it was family issues, but it was a separation, it was a loss. One that you can't quite understand, you know. I'm also hearing funeral, even though it's not in these cards, but maybe this is happening this month because I do see the hospital. All right, when it comes to work, money, and romance, honey, let's go ahead and sum it up. Yeah, I see you very aware, knowing exactly when to make moves. Even if, you know, and maybe you don't have to make a move, you just have the information you need for whatever, for when the time comes. I see that some of you are in security. Okay. If you have not thumbs up the video, can you do that now for me, please? It means so much. It does help the channel. Thank you. What you want to do, Source? Come on. Oh, you got the quilt. Knit your quilt. This is your storyline. Maybe you're going to buy a quilt. You know, maybe you're going to inherit a quilt. Because like I said, I do see a funeral here this month. The initial P may be of importance. Or the letter P. It is lowercase, but I don't know. I'm hearing red. And it's like in a circle. It's like it's not the most perfect circle, but it's a circle. And I don't know if this like representing, you know, the circle of friends, a close-knit group. But it's red. I don't know if it's got something to do with a passing. All right. Let's keep it bumping. I'm also hearing somebody's going to be trying to figure out how to get where you're going or did. So like I said, for some of you, this could be about travel. Also, I'm seeing a gift. I don't know if it's this quilt or not. But let me tell you something. This gift, what is it? Don't lick a gift horse in the mouth or something like that. You may like it, but don't like it. Whatever the gift is, you may see it as like, I wish it could have been something else, but you know, don't lick the gift horse in the mouth, because whatever it is going to be beneficial to you. If it's not right away, it's going to be down the line. Okay, so don't frown up too much. It's a sticky situation in y'all life. Because every time I try to get, it's a sticky situation. Yeah, this is there. Kinetics. You got kinetics. It's about things moving around, you know, to like get objects to move. Even like light. It's like you can use objects to move light around, and then it's maybe got something to do with family because you got kin in it. Okay, look that up when you get a chance, to try to make some sense out of it if you feel like it's resonating with you. And I'll be bringing you a follow-up in a couple of weeks. Thank you so much for tuning in once again into the soul station here at Spirit Vibes for a monthly forecast. And I can't wait to bring you the next one. So then, just take care of yourself. Okay? Hotel. One love.